Hey, what's up, everybody? Pat here. Great for recovering alcoholic and addict, just like every day, guys. Guys, please don't forget to subscribe, leave the video a like, drop me a comment, and by all means share it with somebody might get something out of it. I'm not. Let's get into it. Guys, today, the adjustment today, NA meditation, is something that is very, very big to me. And again, I seem to say this a lot, but that's why I use these topics, guys. They're amazing. And if you're working a recovery program, they should apply to many things in your life. And today's a great one. It's called the gratitude list, and this is something I've been doing since early on in my recovery, and it's very powerful. The gratitude list. We focus on anything that isn't going our way and ignore all the beauty in our lives. It's easy to be grateful when everything is running smoothly. If we get a raise at work, we're grateful. If we get married, we're grateful. Unexpected gift, we're grateful. But if we get fired, get divorced, or get disappointed in any way, gratitude flies right out the window. We find ourselves obsessed with the things that go wrong, even though so much is going wonderfully right. This is where a gratitude list can help. Sit down with a pen and paper and list the people for whom we are grateful for. List the spiritual assets we've attained. We all have them. And make sure that your recovery is on that list. What was that? List everything you're grateful for. We are sure to find we have literally hundreds of things to be grateful for. Regardless of what we may have lost, if we are sober, we have so much to be grateful for. We absolutely have spiritual blessings to be grateful for. And the affirmation is, just for today, I will write a list of things, both material and spiritual, for which I am grateful. Guys, that's something I started doing early on. It's funny, I was never one to take pen to paper, but I knew I needed to try all the different things that basically anything anybody suggested, I was at least willing to give a shot and try. And I've been journaling. I think I've got 8 notebooks filled front to back from just free writing, journaling, gratitude lists. And it was shocking to me. The first time I wrote a gratitude list, I said I'm going to write down at least 10 things that I have to be grateful for. And that list went to like almost 200, right? It's amazing. And that's the thing, guys. You don't understand how important gratitude is. I am enjoying amazing success right now. And again, I'm not balling by any means, but from where I was and the shit that I was facing and the things that I was dealing with to where I am today is absolutely shocking. Just my physical appearance from there to now is physically shocking, is amazingly shocking. Everything. And most of that is because I have chosen to adopt a state of gratitude. And it's something I had to work on a little in the beginning, but like anything else, as you do it over time, it becomes your natural baseline. And it is proving to be amazing, guys. So many different things I go to take care of today. And this week, that stuff in Rhode Island that I had to take care of. I've been to that same building, that same complex, many, many times. Never got anywhere, right? Literally. And I literally got 27 years worth of stuff that I couldn't get done in a half hour this time around. And a big part of that is, A, I was prepared for it. B, I walked in there knowing what I was looking into. I'd done my due diligence. I had the resources I need on me to take care of it, and I was kind. Guys, I was upbeat, I was jovial, I was polite, and I was ready to accept my responsibility for anything I had to do. And people were shocked. They enjoy dealing with me because I see their point of view. I try to be kind. I try to be uplifting. I always smile, and it's amazing, guys. Kindness will get you so much further than begrudgingly going along with something. It's not the person working a desk that is the one, like a civil servant. It's not the person behind the desk that's making the laws and charging you these things. They're just there doing a job, but they have the power to make it easy for you, to streamline things for you, to speed things up for you if you show compassion and you're kind and you're being in an upbeat, positive attitude. Legitimately, guys, it's got to come from your heart. It's got to be who you are. You can't fake it. What it does is it just attracts kindness to you. When you're kind to somebody, they want to be kind back to you. When you come at somebody with an attitude, they want to shut down, and it's plain as day in any interaction you have. I mean, and I know because I was on the other side of it before, but all the interactions I have today go swimmingly. They go amazingly well. People go out of their way to try and help me because I go out of my way to help anybody and everybody that I can. And then anybody I interact with, I take the time to get to know their names if I see them regularly. Try to learn something about them. Try to, just whatever, just to uplift them in some way that shows that I'm paying attention and they matter. Everybody wants to feel seen and heard and understood, and it doesn't take much to do so, guys, right? But beyond that, easiest way to get that is to literally, guys, if you're struggling and you're feeling like you're overwhelmed, stop and write down a gratitude list. I know so many people will hear this and say, yeah, and you're listening to read things yet. No, actually take the time to stop and write things down, because as you're writing them, something else will pop in, something else will pop in, something else will pop in. And if you actually do this, by the time you're done, it will change your mood. You will feel so much better. And when you start tackling things that you got to deal with in your life from that perspective, it's huge. It makes an enormous difference. Things go so much better. Your mind is clearer, right? It's proven fact. The dopamine release from being happy and uplifting activates more of your brain. You think more clearly. You come up with outside out of the box ideas. You come up with better solutions to anything you're facing. That's literally proven science, guys. The more aggravated and the more uptight and upset you are, the more shut down you are to everything around you. Like, everything in this world is energy, guys. That's proven fact. A rock sitting on the side of the road is vibrating with energy. All of it is, this entire world. And the more in resonance you can get with it, right? The higher your vibration, the more you attract into it. And again, you attract better situations. You attract other things of a higher vibration. I know it sounds like woo-woo new age shit, but it's absolute proven fact, guys. There was a whole other branch of this I wanted to get into. What was that? When you start from a place of gratitude, everything changes, and this is certainly what I've experienced, and this is part of the reason. As soon as I saw a gratitude list, I'm like, woohoo! All right, this is a video I can get into. I live in a state of gratitude, guys, and it changes. Literally, it's changed the difference of everything. My entire life looks nothing like it used to. I get accolades, compliments, I get new opportunities. And it's because people want to be around me today. They want me in their presence today because I bring good energy with me. And if you do, you're going to get the same results. It's just that's as simple as that, guys. But one thing that did for me, when I first started writing a gratitude list, guys, I was shocked. I wanted to get through like 10 things. I made it to almost 200. And it literally changed the way I started, I started doing these things regularly, and it literally changed the way that I look at the world. I'll give you a small example. I was walking out of the gym. I was walking into the gym this morning, and there was a whole bunch of trash that somebody fell out of somebody's car, somebody threw it out of the car, whatever they did. It was all along the sidewalk. And I was walking on my way into the gym, and I'm like, it bothered me, I'm like, it's a shame. I don't know why people feel, and that's one thing I'm big on. I can't stand people littering. I don't understand this. There's public trash cans out here. It's a city. Like, there's no reason to throw shit on the ground like that. But I was, on my way into the gym, and nothing I could do about it. But on my way out of the gym back to my pickup truck, I got 2 contractor bags with demo materials that I, demoed from a project that I'm doing. So I literally took 10 minutes to stop and clean all the trash on the side of the sidewalk on my way back to my pickup truck. And what I didn't realize is it was a transit cop sitting in the parking lot who'd been there, I don't know if he's hiding from his work or whatever he's doing. I don't care. It's actually transit property right there anyway. It's part of the T. But he actually went out of his way to pull up next to me and thank me for what I did. And again, this is just one more cop that's going to see me. And next time he sees my truck, and if I'm speeding and might run that red light, he's one less, if I make a small mistake that I don't do intentionally, I'm not going to go do intentionally do anything stupid. But now, that little thing that I did, and I did it for me because it bothered me seeing all that trash on the side of the road. It's the parking lot I go to regularly. And I did that for me because I had the opportunity and I was bringing my stuff to a dumpster anyway. But the officer pulled up and thanked me, and I know he made note of that, right? And guys, nothing good you do goes unseen. Nothing bad you do goes unseen either. But everything good you do, right? And all these things come because come from me being in a spot of gratitude and wanting to remain making a difference. Like, literally, it started off with just gratitude. And over time, it is built into a point where I'm literally the best version of me walking today. I go out of my way every day in every situation just to do what's right, because I know it's the right thing to do, and it has changed everything, guys. I don't know how to explain the difference. If I could give you guys a snapshot of what my life looked like before I started this channel, before I got into rehab, it was brutal, guys. I never found self-contentment. I had no self-respect. I literally wouldn't look in the mirror. I wouldn't take a selfie. I sure as hell wouldn't be on video talking to you guys right now, because I was talking to somebody out of Texas, and she'd be like, oh, send me a selfie. And I would literally dig through my phone to find a picture from a few years ago because I was horrified by the person that I saw in the mirror. Drugs had ravaged me. Bad decisions and bad actions had made me feel absolutely terrible about who I was. It was terrible. Nobody should live that way, guys. I mean, I don't think that I'm some GQ model now, but I look in the mirror and I like the person staring back at me. I like the progress that I've made. I like the fact that I look like I go to the gym. I get compliments on my physique all the time. I'm 52 years old and I'm strong as an ox. Even today at the gym, there was somebody else on the weight bench next to me, and as I'm sitting there just going through my workout, he come over and he's like, "Jesus Christ, you throw a lot of weight around." Like, I don't do it to show off, but it's nice, and I'm just quiet and I'm humble about it. But it's nice that people notice because I stand out in every situation. I lift more than three guys that are three times my size. And again, that's not anything in a big deal. But it's the culmination of all these things, guys. It's I get compliments on the work that I do. I get compliments on doing my videos. I get compliments from my advisors. I get compliments from my people that know me in my AA group. I get compliments of people at the coffee shop. I get compliments from the waitress at the diner. Little by little, all day long, I'm getting feedback from the universe that's telling me exactly that I'm in alignment, that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and it's letting me know that I'm doing a good job because everything around me goes swimmingly. Things that it took me, that I was going to cost me $10,000 and I couldn't get done in 3 days. I now go spend half an hour and it cost me, 20% of what it was supposed to cost me years ago, and I'm out of there, half an hour before my appointment begins. I'm not saying it's going to go like that every single time, but more often than not, things go better than my expectations because I've learned to expect the best outcome. And then they come out even better than I'm expecting. So that just goes to show that I'm still limited in what my idea of the best possible scenario is. I mean, don't get me wrong, guys. I'm still dealing with life in life's term. I'm still paying my bills. I'm still, if I do something wrong, I'm still going to have to pay for it. But my mistakes today don't cost me near what they used to because I don't make the mistakes that I used to. And I'm introspective enough and I'm grateful enough for every opportunity I have that when I find myself making a mistake, it's sticks out like a sore thumb and I catch it immediately. And if possible, I make amends for it. At minimum, I apologize for it. But at bare minimum, I note it in my mind and say, okay, next time this comes up, let's not do that because that didn't feel good. Guys, every one of us has the internal guidance system that tells us whether we're doing right, whether we're doing wrong. You know whether you're happy with your actions, you're happy with your circumstances. And I'm not saying you can flip a switch and change it all overnight, but if you decide that you want to do better, if you decide you're going to take action to make your life better, even if you do the smallest, tiniest step, just something little every single day that is better than what you did yesterday, you're going to get better and it's going to continue. And if you continue, compounding is the most amazing thing in the world, guys. And I used to deal with compounding in a negative fashion. I would make one mistake and then I would compound it by making another mistake and then I'd add another one. And then little by little, I'd get buried. And literally, I was constantly felt like I was buried in a mountain of nonsense, my own mountain of nonsense. Today, I continue to do better. And then I make that better my baseline. And then I step up and I do better tomorrow. And I do better again, and I do better again. And I just keep compounding my good, the positive things that I'm doing in my life. And that is why it is becoming shockingly good. I'm taking better care of myself. I'm eating better. I'm exercising regularly. I'm sleeping better. If I end up staying late working on a project and I sleep in 2 hours more the next day because my body lets me know where. And it's funny. I talk about this all the time. I used to not sleep for 15 to 16 days. Now, if I don't get my extra 2 hours rest, I'm just off all day and I'm dragging. So I know that. So if need be, I'll cancel my job first thing in the morning or send a text when I get up at 6. If I'm that exhausted, I go back to bed for 2 hours and I get up and I feel 100% better. And then my whole day goes smoother. I look better. I feel better. My digestive tract is better. Like every aspect of my life is better today because I make better decisions because I come from a place of gratitude. And if I'm feeling down about something, I still journal all the time. I'll still stop and do a gratitude list. I don't have to nearly as often now because I tend to focus from a state of gratitude constantly. I understood very early on that being grateful is one of the most powerful positions I can be in life. When I'm working from a place of gratitude, things just go good because I'm looking at the positives in my life. And then all the negatives in my life stand out glaringly and I'm able to eliminate them and work on them to improve them. Nothing's perfect. Nothing's 100%. There's always going to be some negativity, but it stands out like a sore thumb now instead of being my baseline. My baseline used to be negativity, misery, 24/7. Today it's beauty and opportunity and gratitude. And it comes because I live in a state of gratitude. Guys, I'm not going to say it another 100 times. You guys get the point? Guys, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you so much. Please take these lessons to heart. Please give yourself a chance and just try these things. Do one little thing from a place of gratitude every day over and above what you're doing now. And if you do so for, the next month, I promise you, it'll start to change how you feel, how you see things. And then, when that becomes your baseline, step up and do one more thing. Guys, you can change your life for the better so incredibly fast. It'll shock you. I promise you that. Guys, God loves you. I love you. Thank you so much. We'll see you in the next one.